What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? I'm so sorry that I was not in here. Good evening to everyone. I hope everybody's having a great day. How y'all doing? How are ya? All right, let me do my roll call because my people been in here waiting on me. I was trying to finish up a phone call. I hadn't talked to my cousin. My cousin is like one of my best friends, and I usually talk to her like every day, but I have not talked to her in a couple of weeks. Because just I've had so much going on. I've been, every weekend I've been doing stuff. During the week I've been doing stuff. I had a lot of stuff going on at work, and we just hadn't talked. And so we were just finishing up the phone conversation because we had a lot of stuff that we had to figure out. Some things we trying to do. That's who I'm supposed to be going to Greece with this summer. So we were talking about deposits and money and things like that, honey. So when you talking money, you better get it straight. So anyway, Thanksgiving coming up. So, we had to have a whole family conversation, who, what, when, where, how, all that good stuff. So let me do a roll call real quick. Of course, my moderator, big sis Abby, is in the room. Surprise around the corner. Mercedes Boykin. Hey, boo, I ain't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Good to see you. Diva Law in the house. Hey, Diva. YS, nope, it ain't YS nothing. It's YBS, Mary One. Hey, girl, I saw you over to Mother's Chat a little bit earlier. My girl, BB Nice, I caught now look, BB, what you gonna stop doing is you're gonna stop gagging me, okay? Because, y'all check, if y'all haven't been checking out BB Nice, y'all check out BB Nice. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. I've been checking her out, and, she can sing. Okay, the girl can sing, and she sang one of my favorite songs yesterday. You let the sun shine by the Clark sisters. That's one of my favorite songs. One of my favorite gospel songs. My baby captivating Christian is in the chat. Lil baby is here. Who else came through? Reese's PC69, my DMV homie. What's up, girl? Hey, JJ, how y'all doing? So welcome, everyone. Welcome. Y'all know a sister is tired, okay? I am tired. Nah, BB Nice. And BB, let me tell you what else I like. Let me tell y'all something. Okay, I got a couple of things I need to say around these parts today. You gotta have the Thanksgiving conversation because your mama going, look, let me tell you something, Abby. When your mama get back from that cruise, I need to talk to your mama because I have been suggesting a family cruise for a couple of years because my family is at the point now where Thanksgiving just is not. It's just nothing for me. Since my grandmothers have passed, I was blessed to have 3 grandmothers, and all 3 of my grandmothers passed away like probably within 2 calendar years of each other, maybe 2.5 years. And it's just not the same anymore. I mean, it is what it is. We don't have, for the exception of my nephew, we don't have any kids. And so people basically hop from house to house, and we always end up with so much daggone food. I can't get this right, y'all. We always end up with so much daggone food, and it's just, anyway. So I was like, look, y'all, let's just get on a cruise and let somebody else do the work. And let's just relax and go somewhere warm and sunny. And okay, anyway. But yeah. Hey, Jacqueline Glover, how you doing? I know you are, boo. I know you working. I know you are working. That is what you do, girl. But yeah, so let me say this before we jump into our comments. Hey, Miss Mars. Hey, girl. Abby, my big sis, Abby has started doing lives, and she has started going back to, if you have not been following her for a long time, then y'all don't know that Abby used to do videos where she would talk in the morning, and I guess it was when she had to actually leave the house to go to work. She worked from home now, honey. But she would talk while she was putting her makeup on in the morning and just kind of go through some little things here and there. And I would catch some of those videos from time to time. So she started doing those again. So y'all catch her over there And then she, of course, she talks makeup as she's doing it. She tells you what products she's using, why she's using those products. And you can kind of see her go through her process if you are a makeup person. But even if you are not a makeup person like me, she talks pop culture. She talks different things that are going on in the news. So you still kind of get her little 2 cents on what's going on. So y'all catch that. And then BB Nice gives you a little inspiration. She give you a little song. She give you a little what's going on in her world. Like this weekend, her and the family went to, I guess, Fright Fest. Down here, they call it Fright Fest. At Six Flags and at King's Dominion, they call it Fright Fest. But I guess it's like the equivalent to up there, whatever amusement park or whatever. So anyway, y'all, I enjoy it. Y'all know I enjoy those types of videos. So y'all check it out. If y'all not subscribed, y'all going over there and hit that little red button. So look, y'all. Yeah, Abby, what time are you now? Abby, are you live or are you doing the video and then you're uploading it in the morning? Girl, Abby, shut up. You know you my boo. You know you my booger. Shoot, I'm a money whore too. I told y'all I just got off the phone talking about going to Greece this summer. And I'm supposed to be going to St. Croix this summer. Who's going to be broke by the end of the summer is me. Then my girlfriend just sent me a flyer for her 50th birthday. She doing a Hawaiian cruise in August. Y'all know I want to go, right? I'm going to have to start making like 20 YouTube videos a day. Because I want to go. I want to go to Hawaii. I've actually been to Hawaii. But the Hawaiian cruise, you get to go to all like different islands and stuff like that, which I would love to do that. Because I went to Hawaii, but I just stayed on Hawaii. I didn't get to go to any of the other islands or anything. Girl, you welcome, BB Nice. You welcome, Abby. We the Treasure Kids. If y'all don't follow us over here, the Treasure Kids, myself, Abby say she friend adjacent. I mean, she family adjacent, but she family. Mother claim her, so she family. Y'all know my bratty LG little brother, L Teddy, aka L Teddy, and Jaded Nerd. So the goal over here, y'all, is to get Abby to her 1,000 subscribers. So that is the goal. She's a little over 200 right now. So the goal is to get her to her 1,000 subscribers, y'all, so that she can so she can start, reaping some benefits. Y'all know El Teddy got monetized last week, honey. I hit my 3,000 subscribers last week. We said we was going to do a celebration, didn't we? We'll have to make the celebration later on in the week because I don't have nothing ready for a celebration. Not that there's a big celebration to be had, but child, ain't no holiday work over here. I show up for work on a holiday. I'm volunteering. If I show up to work on a holiday, I'm just volunteering my time because it ain't nobody there. Baby, I don't have that kind of. I wish I did. I remember them days where I could work holidays and get time and a half. Baby. You know what, little baby? And I don't want this to come off sounding disrespectful, obnoxious, conceited. I don't want it to come off sounding crazy. I looked into those jobs at one point in time before. I wouldn't make enough money to make it worth my while. I would basically just be paying gas. I mean, but what I would look for though is like, tutoring jobs that pay a decent amount of money for not a lot of hours. You know what I'm saying? Cause yeah. But definitely you crowned yourself House of Treasure. Well, come on over. But yeah, no, but I'm definitely let me tell you something. Where there's a will, there's a way. And my mama told me, if you work hard, then you get to play hard. So I don't have no problem putting in the work if it's going to be worth my time. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, honey. You're not sounding crazy. You're sounding reasonable. You need to be probably, yeah, because I mean, honestly, I thought about that before. So I get off work at 3 o'clock. If I go straight to the mall or, you know, another type of seasonal job, I'm making what, $7, $8 an hour for 3 or 4 hours a night after taxes, whatever. I ain't bringing home. I ain't really, honestly, yeah. Anyway, I did the math. And again, I ain't trying to be mean, disrespectful, or nothing like that to nobody. I don't want nobody taking no kind of way. But I did the math. For me. Now, for somebody else, it's worth it. For somebody else, it's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Plus, what I find is I spend my whole damn paycheck and would never make it home. Any job I get, so if I work at the mall, don't let me work at Macy's, don't let me work at Target, don't let me work. None of it's gonna make it home. Oh, see, that's what it is, Abby. And let me tell you something. When I worked at the bank, baby, between the months of August, maybe June or July, between June and July through January, baby, we used to be killing them. We used to make so much overtime that we had to stop working. We had to stop because, you know, at a certain point, you work too much overtime. It's not worth it anymore. The taxes, it's not worth it anymore. So we had to figure out that niche, that nick, that little nook that you knew when to stop because it was so much overtime to be had, baby, because I worked in collections. And here's the thing. People don't pay their bills in the summer holiday season. They don't pay their bills until they start getting what come in January, y'all. Let's have a pop quiz. What do people start getting in January? I'll give y'all a minute to figure it out. What people start getting in January? I'm wait. See what y'all say in the chat. Y'all know what people start getting in January. I'm gonna wait to see what y'all come up with in the chat. There you go. Ding, 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 ding. Dunja ding. Them tax refunds, little baby. Yep. Oh, okay. It all came through at the same time. Absolutely. So when I worked at the bank, there it is. When I worked at the bank, I worked in collections. So January, February, March, April, people was doing it. We was working 8 and out. You know what I'm saying? We was working 8 and out because people were paying their bills, and I worked in car collections. So people were not only were people paying their cars, but people were buying cars, right? People buy cars with their tax refunds, right? By June, you start seeing the accounts start building up again. By July, boom. And what happens in June and July? Summer vacation. People don't pay their bills because they're going on vacation. Then from August, September, people don't pay their bills. Why? Back to school. Got to get Billy ready for school. Got to buy uniforms. Got to get school supplies. These are the excuses we would get when we would call people about why they ain't pay their car note. I'm just telling you what people told us. Then October, November, why people not paying their bills? Thanksgiving, Christmas. Thanksgiving, Christmas. Thanksgiving, Christmas. But baby, come January, the money came pouring in. Woo, it was cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And see, we used to get bonuses based on if you promised to pay and this one, I did collections a long time ago, so this was years ago, y'all. But when them collection people get you on the phone and they try to lock you into a day and they say, well, let's go ahead and do it now and I can post date it. I know they may not do it that much anymore, but I know when they post dated like, okay, you can't pay till Friday. Well, since I have you on the phone, let me go ahead and see. When I was doing collections, that was kind of new, and people were a little leery about giving us their bank routing information and all of that, and because people weren't debit cards existed, but the whole Visa debit, MasterCard debit was still kind of new too. So we used to try to get people to give us their bank routing number. And I'd be like, well, I have you on the phone now. You get paid on Friday. Why don't you go ahead and give me your information? I won't run it until Friday. I won't do it till Friday. And the reason why they do that is because we used to get bonuses based on how many people you could promise get to, because you put it in the system as a promise to pay. How many people you could get to promise to pay. And out of those people, how many people actually paid? and you would get a bonus. So January and February, we wasn't really tripping over losing the overtime because we were hitting them bonuses because I could get you the promise to pay because you knew you were going to get your money. Oh, I could get people the promise to pay then because they weren't lying, talking about something. Well, I get paid Friday, I'll pay you Friday. No, they was really going to pay you because they knew they had the money coming. But baby, let me tell you, from like April through June, July, it was dry. It was you paid your bills and you went home. What's up, Jonathan? What's up, David? Oh, them bonuses was looking good. Okay, them bonuses was good. So really working collections, really, for me, the dry months were really only like April through June. April, May, June. Maybe July, maybe. But April, May, June. Construction workers, during the winter, construction workers would be a lot of people we dealt with because, of course, during the winter, they don't work a lot. But as soon as that weather hit, baby, they would. And see, the thing about construction workers, I can say, a lot of them knew their money was funny. So a lot of them, when they were making that money like that, when they were out there every day making that money, they would pay up and they would pay ahead. So their accounts didn't really start getting messed up until the end of winter, and they knew they would get ready to go back to work. I will give them that. They would pay up. Teachers would be bad because it's just new now that teachers get paid year round. And in some places, the teachers still don't get paid in the summer. So teachers didn't get paid in the summer. And unless they picked up a part-time job or picked up some sort of like summer school or something like that, you had to do, you know what I'm saying? You had to basically budget for not having a paycheck for 2-3 months. And most people can't do that. You know what I mean? Let's be realistic. Most people can't do that. So teachers would be kind of rough, honey, until school started. Jonathan. Oh, you got a picture now, Jonathan? You done put a picture up there, boo. Jonathan, was you down in G-Ho? Were you at the G-Ho? I was looking for you. I was looking for you, Jonathan. I was looking for you. But yeah, y'all. But anyway, I don't know how the hell I get off on collections. How I get there? I don't even know how I got off on that. How I get off on talking about collections? Anyway, y'all know my brain do this. But yeah, so you say I despise consumer collections. I despise doing it. It wasn't. Look, Jonathan, you don't have to look. You ain't got to explain yourself to me, baby. I was talking to my boy today. Man, was talking this morning because we called each other. Well, we do Marco Polo. I don't know if any of y'all do the app Marco Polo. But basically, Marco Polo is like sending video messages back and forth to each other. And so we were Marco Poloing each other today. And I was like, you good? Oh, he sent me a message this morning talking about something. You up? You at work? You good? I sent him a message. I was like, I'm here. You good? And we were talking about how old we were. I was like, yeah, because, honey, that recovery time is a little different. It hit a little different after 40. That recovery time hit a little different after 40, Jonathan. Shoot. What you talking about? What you talking about? Yes. Yeah, G-Ho was nice. And it was a lot. It was a lot. Anyway. See, that's how I felt on my live tangents everywhere. Yeah, but girl, that's what we do on live. Yes, Lord, I was telling my crew, I can only do this every other. No, Jonathan, you can do it every year. You just got to plan accordingly. Look, we already decided that we're going to take Friday off so that we will already be in Greensboro on Friday. Like either leave Thursday after work or get up at Dark 30 Friday. Because like you said, you go to work all day, you drive, you're tired when you get there. That way you could take advantage of Friday. Because I heard there was some really nice day parties Friday and some nice day parties for our age group Friday. So Sure does. That fishbowl in New Orleans about took me out back in April. Okay. Hey everyone. Boy, hey Jaded. Hey Jaded. What's up? Queen Star My World. That's it. Queen Star. I know I've been messing it up. Yes. But yeah, Jonathan, that's what you got to do, boo. You got to take Friday off and then, make it do what it do. Make it do what it do. But yeah, I heard of some really nice day parties that are on Friday. And I want to partake in a few of those. So I think next year, as soon as I get back to work, I think I'm going to put in for that Friday off. And then that way I already have it off and it ain't even no thing. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, so okay, let me jump on some of these topics because it's already 25 minutes in and I ain't even talked about nothing on my hashtag. So let's go on. Let me, at this place called Fat Tuesday, that day party was all good. Oh, you went to the day party? Oh, I'm jealous. It was a place called, and it was something else, like fish something with like seafood in the title, that there was another day party. When am I coming to North Carolina? Well, I kind of just did, but I was in and out. I came down for homecoming. I was in and out. Hey Danielle, how you doing, boo? Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna come to North Carolina just to chill out. Because the next time I come to North Carolina, me and Abby gonna hook up. Like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We gonna hook up. Me and Abby gonna hook up. I tried to get to Charlotte this time. I just couldn't make it. Happen. Because what ended up happening was the plans kept getting changed. It just kept getting changed. And so me and Rhonda ended up staying in Durham Friday night and then going straight to the yard Saturday because her daughter goes to Central. And so anyway, the plans just got a little crazy. And so where I thought I was going to be in Greensboro on Friday, and I thought I was going to be getting to Greensboro at like 5 o'clock Friday. And I was like, oh, shoot, if I'm going to be in Greensboro at like 5 o'clock on Friday, I can head on down to Charlotte. You know what I mean? But it didn't happen that way. Yes. That's what I'm about to that's what I'm about to talk about, Jaded. That's what I'm about to talk about. If I said I ran into you at the Sheraton, I was going to come and hug you. Yes, look. I ain't make it to the Sheraton. Look, I did not make it to, I'm going to tell you why I ain't make it to the Sheraton this year. I ended up at like an after party. And by the time we left the after party, I ain't want to see nothing but that bed. Because normally we go through the Sheraton. If nothing else, we go through the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Normally my eyes and or body touch the Sheraton, just if nothing else for nostalgia. But I ain't make it to the Sheraton this year. But see, you had the advantage, Jonathan. You know what I look like well, you got a picture up there now, but you have an advantage. Because I ain't gonna lie, I thought because somebody else, HBCU Queen, she's something, it's like she has, it's like her name and then she has a slash and then it's HBCU Queen. And she was there too. And me and her were talking in her Southern Charms chat Saturday morning when we were on our way to the yard. I was just on YouTube and she was in there. She said she was on her way to the parade. And I was like, dang, it's a lot of people down here. Maybe next year, if I do go down on Friday, maybe I'll do like a meet and greet next year. Maybe I'll do that. I got a year to think about that. But I might do it. I might do that. If I take Friday off next year, then I might do like a little meet and greet Friday somewhere. In between the day party and like dinner. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I'll say I'm going to be at this party. If you want to meet up, let's meet up there. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure it out. But I think that might be a good idea because there's so many people that be down there for Geo, y'all. Anyway, so I didn't hear his podcast, but I saw his tweet. Yeah, I'm going to think on it, y'all. I got a year to think about it. But I'm going to think on it. And I might be in Greensboro in May. I do not know for certain because my niece is graduating from grad school in May. And so I'm not sure if my weekends are going to line up. Yeah, but I'll keep that in my back pocket. I have not listened to Joe Budden's podcast, but I saw his tweet, and basically Joe Budden was saying the same thing that the rest of us been thinking. Joe Budden said that, basically he was like, I don't have it in front of me, but to paraphrase him, he was like, Omarion doesn't get enough credit because, like, I don't know if I'd have been able to handle the whole situation as cool as he's been handling it. Because if y'all notice, Omarion has not said, to my knowledge, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, to my knowledge, hey, Classy Coco, Omarion has not said anything publicly about the April Lil Fizz situation. Now, we know that April has said that he has included that situation in his court documents. But as far as making any type of public statement, going on social media, nothing like that have I seen from Omarion. And I give Omarion credit for that, because even if we believe April's version of the story, which her side of the story is suspect, but even if we believe 100% of her version of the story, you still have to give that man credit for not making this dirty and putting it right. Oh, yes. Okay. And not putting it out there like that. Let me tell you something. When I was in Kenya, Omarion was in Kenya when I was there. Y'all be surprised how these people in other parts of the world, Omarion was doing concerts in Kenya, and he was, matter of fact, he was there. Well, we saw the posters for the concert while we were there. Because I wasn't going to go see Omarion while I was in Kenya. So I'm not sure the exact dates, but honey, he was over in Kenya living his best life. He was going to the tribes and taking videos with the tribesmen and all that. Like, I saw all of that on Instagram when I was there. Oh, he was doing it. Okay. So yeah, he's living his best life. And my thing is, although I believe that whatever happened between the two of them may not have ended well. And we don't know why it ended. We don't know who, what, when, where, or how. However, y'all let me know in the chat. Maybe I'm wrong. You can't help who you fall in love with. I get that. I respect that, and I know that to be true. You can't help who you fall in love with. But can you control putting yourself in situations that will compromise and create a bad decision? Y'all know what I'm saying? So, yes, you and Omarion are not the best of friends. Whatever, you and Omarion, maybe y'all fell out, whatever. But is it really smart for you to be hanging out with your bandmate's ex-girlfriend / mother of his children until that situation has totally resolved itself? Meaning any court situation has been resolved, any child custody situation has been resolved. Again, you can't help who you fall in love with, but you certainly can help putting yourself in a compromising situation. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? Hey, Lynn, doing the do. Hold on, let me go back up and see what you said, little baby. I saw you said something, but I was in the middle. I was trying to get it out. Hold on. Okay, hold on, y'all. Oh, y'all been talking. Hold on. Mario, yeah, good evening. Please drop a like. Oh, thank you, Abby. I'm glad and hope he keeps that energy, because Fizz and April are low rent and ain't worth the smoke. Okay, I'm with you on that one, BB. That's right. Omarion paid him dust. Smart, very smart. Keep your mouth shut. Yeah, he really, yeah. Oh, he's doing the right thing. I'm just saying. And what Joe Budden was saying was he better than me, because I wouldn't have been able to do it. But we know Joe Budden can't. We know he wouldn't be able to do it. I need April to stop I need April to stop doing a lot of stuff that April's doing. Is it sure April came for Omarion talking about his skills versus Lil Fizz? See, I don't know if that's true or not, but let me tell you what I hate that women do. I cannot stand that the minute a woman break up with a man or things don't go right, the first thing she does is insult his sexual prowess, because I just think that's to take what BB Nice just said. That's low rent. I don't know if she said it, but I wouldn't be surprised if she said it. And if she said it, it's low rent. I hate when women do that. I cannot. Men do it too. But I cannot stand, especially if I hear my friends and they want to talk. And the first thing they want to talk about is, he wasn't all that anyway. Well, you wasn't saying that when he was, 2 months ago, you told me he was blowing your back out. Now he wasn't all that. Make up your mind. Make it make sense. Hey, JLC 87 Productions. Now you was I popped in my head in your chat on Saturday too because you were doing my man Gil Scott Heron, and that he is one of my favorites, honey. I love him. The Last Poets. I love it. I have a activity I do with my students with The Revolution Will Not Be Televised. We do that when we're talking about the 1960s. I do an activity with him and with that minus the cursing. And the same thing with the Last Poets. I love them and I love introducing them to my students. Once again, we got to edit out some of the cussing. But when I was at the jail, we did some unconventional things when I was at the jail. I'm going to get back to Omarion in a minute. But we did some unconventional things when I was at the jail. And my principal was actually pretty cool with me teaching the kids about the Last Poets and the raw version of it. You know what I mean? Because, again, ain't no need walking around eggshells on these kids. These kids... Anyway... Plus, Fizz abandoned Moniece and the child they have together. And people always want to act like Moniece the crazy one. Now, Moniece a little special, but she ain't as crazy as people want her to think as they want her to think she is. I think Omarion is handling it cool because he knows that what they're doing. April and Fizz are trying to get under his skin. April's hurt and wants him to get back, and Fizz is plain old jealous of him. Child. I do think April is on some jealousy stuff. I don't think she really feeling Fizz like that. People clown, okay. April crazy too. April is trying her best to get Omarion's attention. Okay. I'm waiting for Moniece to snap and Molly. Oh, okay, little baby, y'all. That girl fall in lust with everybody. Okay. Oh, you gave me the DC on that one, the everybody. It depends on how deep you into. Amaria mama said she didn't like April. I see why. Well, yeah, I remember that. What I don't like is April and Lyrica talk about Moniece like a doll, and they're doing just as bad as her. The only difference is Moniece tells the truth. Yeah, I mean, hey, what's up? Yes. Now, look, I need to talk to you. I have an idea, but I didn't want to do it without your permission or without Abby's permission. So I need to talk to the two of you in reference to our friend. I was going to invite him onto the platform. If he has so much to say, let him say it here. Let's have another conversation and let's invite him to have the conversation with us since he got so much to say. Now, I don't know if he will, but I didn't want to extend the invitation without talking to the two of you first. Fizz and April are posting all over the gram. They was having themselves a good time this weekend, honey. And again, it's for show because now that their storyline has been revealed on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, now I guess they feel like they're free to just talk about it, but nobody was fooled anyway, and nobody cared. I know I didn't. Child, these folks are doing the most just to keep the lights on. Okay, you ain't lying. I would never fall in love with my baby's daddy, homeboy, because I wouldn't allow. See, that's the point I'm making, Danielle. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can't help who you fall in love with, but you can help putting yourself in a situation to be around people you probably shouldn't be around. That's the point I was making. Yeah. I wouldn't allow. Yeah, that's the point. That's you said it. Like you said just what I was thinking. April wants attention, clout chaser, but from Fizz, I don't know how much clout she gonna get from him, but I don't disagree. Jess already put out the real tea, and I believe every word. What real tea? What? Who is Jess? What I miss? Who is Jess? Be nice. Who Jess? Low hanging fruit. You know how I feel about low hanging fruit, Miss Mars. You know how I feel about low hanging fruit. Yes. Okay. Miss Sanique. Is that Miss Sanique? That's pretty. Oh, Jess Hilarious. Yes, she did. Okay, I know what you're talking about now, BB Nice. A few months back, Jess Hilarious, she absolutely did. She did put some stuff out there. Yes, she did. You're right. I know what you're talking about now. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. When her and April were beefing, she told Moniece all the business. She sure did. You're right. I need to go back and look up those old clips because I don't remember everything she said, but she sure did put it out there. And yes, I'm down, but I don't know if he will. He probably won't publicly. You know, he like to stay in the shadows and just talk shit. But anyway, that's another conversation. It's just nasty. They should feel like humping cousins. Danielle. If I was a woman, I would feel some way about what they must have spoken about me. Okay. What's up, Danny? Hey, girl. Hey. What's up? How you feeling, boo? How are you feeling, my Danny boo? My Danny boo. Danny know about that G-ho life. She know about that G-ho life. Shoot. Oh yeah, Jess Hilarious got some issues too, but she did. She put it out there because she uploaded like screen recordings of them having conversations. Hey Simone, hey girl, how are you? How's it going up there? Yeah, Jess Hilarious got some issues. I mean, she ain't one of my favorite people in the world either, but she definitely put it up out there. She sure did put it up out there. Yeah. And you know, her reasons for doing it. Jada, did you get those receipts? I know you're working on your video now. He might be gone already. I know he just said he was popping his head in, but he might want to go and look for those Just Hilarious receipts. I'm sure they're still out there somewhere. Somebody got them. They, you know, you can delete off of your page, but not before somebody else get it on their page. I know the kids confused. How your uncle turned into your stepdaddy? Okay, Constance, that's hilarious. Absolutely. How uncle turned into stepdaddy? That's just nasty. Just nasty. It's just nasty. I'm good. It's okay now. I'm in fours. Okay, y'all in negotiations. Well, good luck to that. I say a prayer for y'all. Because I know what that's like, honey. I done been on. I know what it's like. That's rough. That's a rough thing right there. That's a rough thing right there. My best friend is actually dealing with. She is she's not just a union steward. She's like the next level up in her where she works, and they doing some old shicey stuff with her too. Okay, boo. Okay, twins. We got twins in the room. Twins. That'll be next season, little baby. They're gonna break up next season, and then they're gonna start telling everybody. What'll happen is they're gonna break up next season, and about a month before the new season's gonna start, they're gonna start beefing on social media. They're gonna start going back and forth on social media, and they're gonna start telling each other's business, and then the new season gonna start, and that's supposed to be enough to make us care. That's how that's gonna happen. Yeah, that's how that's gonna happen. Yeah, that's what that's about to be right there. That's what that's about to be. So I put on there movie talk and TV talk. So movie talk, we have Harriet coming out this week on Friday. Last week we had Dolomite, which I started watching Dolomite on Saturday, and then it finished watching me. I don't know what made me think that I was going to be able to sit through Dolomite. But anyway, not because it wasn't good, but because I was tired. So I'm going to try to watch Dolomite. I'm not going to be able to watch it tonight. Maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. I might be able to watch it. And then I could talk about it. Well, yeah, she works for the government, Simone. She doesn't work up there. She works for the government down here. And she's not a shop steward. She's like the level up. Because for the teachers union, I was a field rep is what they called us, where I was responsible for some schools, and whenever something went down at that school, that was my job, and I would go out there, you know, to their meetings and stuff like that if they had concerns, or meet with the principal and stuff like that. That's her job where she is, but she's not doing it full time. For me, it was a full-time job. I wasn't in the classroom. I was just full-time working for the union. But for her, she's still doing her regular job, but she's also doing that. And they giving them, she got all kinds of stuff going on, honey. Dolomite was good. Hey, what's up, Ty? Hey, girl, how you doing? I ain't seen you in a minute. I know you be busy, girl, saving lives and stuff. Danielle, I know everybody keeps. I have not seen it yet. Can I tell you how far behind I am on stuff? But I was looking at. Maybe I could watch it this weekend. Because let me tell y'all something. This will be the first weekend that I don't have a lot to do. So Saturday, I have a dental appointment. And I think we're going to try to do a podcast Saturday. But when they leave my house after that, baby, I'm not leaving my house again until I got to go to work Monday. That's my plan. My plan is to do everything I got to do Saturday so I can just sit here and relax on Sunday and watch football and TV. Okay? Okay, so let me tell you something. I have not heard anything bad about Dolomite yet. So I definitely want to see it. Somebody asked me, am I going to see Harriet? Let me tell y'all something. I am very leery about historical movies because I'm such a history buff and because I don't claim to know everything by any stretch of the imagination, but I love history. It's hard for me to go watch a history movie, y'all, because I just get mad when it ain't right. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah, see, that's the thing. And, and I've heard stuff about the lady who plays Harriet. I ain't really tripping off of that because when I found out she was British, then that's sort of kind of, I'm not saying I make it okay, but it's just like that movie that's coming out called Midway that deals with, what happened after Pearl Harbor. And I'm actually thinking about maybe trying to take my students to go see it. Because on one hand, a lot of times we stop telling the story after Pearl Harbor. So I think it is important for our students to see what happened after Pearl Harbor, see what the response was after Pearl Harbor. But I just know it's going to be this sensationalized white boy movie. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. My mother wants to see Harriet. So I might take my mom to go see it and then I'll see it. If I decide to take my mom, but then my dad might take her to see it, honey. I'll call my mama and she'd be like, me and your daddy just got back from the movie. So I don't know, but I might go see it. I'm just not, for me, it's not a press thing for me. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm really not pressed to see it. I'm glad that our stories are being told. And for people who don't know the basic story of Harriet Tubman, then sure, go for it. Go for it. Go watch it. But I'll just be real pissed off if they just get it wrong. Y'all know what I'm saying? Okay, Reese's Pieces. I feel you on that too. Wasn't the actor that played Martin Luther King and Selma African? No, I wasn't saying because she's British. No, I'm saying that people keep telling me that she made some disparaging comments about Black Americans. I wasn't saying because she was from another country about her playing the part. I'm saying people say that she made comments, but people have to understand that Black people from other countries see us as what we are portrayed on the media or in the media. If you've never been to America and all you know about America is what TV shows you can watch and what's on the news, I'm not saying that makes it okay, but that is what we know. It's the same thing as people in America who think that Africa is just AIDS and starving babies walking around, you know what I'm saying, with flies. It's ignorant, but if that's all you grew up learning about what happens in other countries, then that's all you know. And she made some disparaging comments, which I never read them, so I don't know exactly what she said. But from my understanding, she said some ignorant things about Black Americans. So a lot of people were having problems with that. But my thing was, I need to hear what she said, but I'm not going to automatically just jump on I'm not going to go see Harriet bandwagon because she said these things. First of all, she ain't got nothing to do with the damn movie. Like, she's an actress in the movie. She didn't produce, write, or direct it. So why you not going to go see the movie because she said something ignorant? You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Okay, see, Simone was one of the people that was saying that. Simone Moore, right. So Simone probably knows exactly what she said. I honestly have not taken the time to Google it. I don't know. Hey, Joyce, how you doing, girl? Child, no media, Jacqueline. You're right, but no media helps other people because think about it. And I taught a journalism class one time. It was a half a semester class, but I did a whole unit on stereotypes because when you get into journalism, you're not supposed to be biased and things of that nature. And so I did a whole unit on stereotypes, and I showed them clips. I showed my students clips of Black TV shows going all the way back to Step and Fetch It. Right? I went all the way back to Step and Fetch It. So I went all the way back to the 1940s, 1950s. And I just showed them video clips. And it was all on YouTube. I just showed them video clips. I showed them Good Times, What's Happening, That's My Mama. I did show them Julia, Nurse Julia. I showed them, Nurse Julia. I showed them, like I said, Step and Fetch It. I showed them... It was another black show, like it was in black and white. But I showed them all of these clips, right? Then I showed them Leave It to Beaver, Father Knows Best, I Love Lucy, right? I showed them, and it was just quick clips. And then I gave them a sheet about stereotypes, and they had to fill in women, blacks, Latinos, white, like they had to fill in what their impression was based on those clips. And honey, we had a great conversation about it because again, if you're only going by what the media allows you to see, then when you talk about white people who've never been around a black person and all they know about black people is either what they saw. I mean, it depends on their generation, obviously, but like people in my generation, Beulah, Yeah. I think Beulah was one. Beulah was the maid, right? She was a maid, right? I believe she was a maid for one of those families. Was it Father Knows Best? Who was Beulah? Yeah, but Beulah was somebody I talked about. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was reading what y'all said. But yeah, so when you start getting into the stereotypes, when you understand that there are people who are from another country, just because they black like this, doesn't mean they understand what we've gone through here and what our experience is here. And I'm not defending this woman because I don't know what she said. But once I found out that she was not Black American, then I said, okay, well, I'm not going to quite take it the same way that I feel like some people are taking it because I just need to know what she said and in what context it was said. And I think it was something along the lines about, I don't know. I don't know. I've heard people say that she said some nasty things, but I don't know what she said. So, yeah, he was one of the writers, Jacqueline. Yep, he was one of the writers. But even with that, I can't blame David Letterman for writing that type of stuff. Because if you look at any black show in the 1960s and 1970s, it was that same formula. Like, even look at like Welcome Back, Kotter. You know, they had stereotypes of Jewish. They had stereotypes of Latino. They had stereotypes of Black. Like the stereotype, because and for real, it's lazy writing. It's, oh, that formula worked. Oh, I'm just going to do it again, and I'm just going to put a different name on the show. I mean, whenever something is successful, all they do is take it, spin it, and and just regurgitate. I think somebody said a few minutes ago, just recycle storylines. Like that's what they do. And I'm not making excuses for it. I'm saying we need to understand what it is and take it for what it is. Let's educate this woman rather than say, oh, well, I'm not going to go see the movie because she's ignorant. Let's educate her. Propaganda at its finest, designed to mold the minds of the masses and believe the negative stereotypes about other ethnic groups. Absolutely. I mean, think about it. We have the Brady Bunch versus Good Times. Even the character of Walona, the innuendo was that she was a hoe. Like, let's take all the fancy words away from it. The innuendo about Walona was what? She was a hoe. She had a different date every night. They always used to joke about how far she would go and how much she would let them. You know what I'm saying? The innuendo was that she was a hoe. So this single Black woman who had a decent job and was going to work every day. But the innuendo was she was a hoe. They made jokes about it, but at the end of the day, yeah, she was loose. All right. You know what I mean? So they made jokes about it, but that it is what it was. That's what it boiled down to. Even the emasculation of James. Yeah, okay, they eventually end up killing him off the show, but even the we know the story about why he was killed off the show, but even when he was on the show, the emasculation that this man couldn't take care of his family. Like, if you were a white woman in middle America when Good Times was on, and that was your only exposure to Black people, what impression do you have? What impression do you walk away from about Black people? What's happening? If all you saw in every episode, now as a kid, I didn't see it the way I see it as an adult, but in every episode of what's happening, at some point in time, somebody's dancing. Somebody's dancing. Whether it was Rerun, whether it was Raj doing his famous dance, you know what I mean? Like, at some point in time. So these are the stereotypes. If you are sitting in your living room, you are middle America, white middle America, and you are sitting in your living room and all you seeing is Good Times, what's happening, That's My Mama. It wasn't until we started seeing the Jeffersons. It wasn't until, and we know what happened in the 80s with the Cosby Show, you know what I mean? But it wasn't until we started seeing that into the 80s that perception changed. And then what was the first thing they said about the Cosby Show? Oh, that's unrealistic. Why is that unrealistic? Because you had two college-educated professionals, a doctor and a lawyer, in the same house, raising their kids in a middle-class neighborhood that held values, that had standards, whose parents went to college. Because for me, it wasn't so much that it was unrealistic. I just didn't know it. I didn't know a lot of people now I met a lot of those people when I went to college, but I didn't know a lot of people that I grew up around whose grandparents were college graduates. I didn't have a lot of that around me. I knew it existed, but I didn't know a lot of them. Now, when I went to college, I met a lot of those people, but I didn't know a lot of those people before I went to college. Right. Sandra from 227. She the only unmarried woman in the building other than Pearl, but Pearl don't count. And what happened? Well, no, that's not true because the other one wasn't married either. So that's not true. But yeah, same thing with Sandra. She had to be a hoe. Joyce Walona. And I'm not saying Walona actually was sleeping with those women, but I'm saying that was the innuendo. Jonathan, the story about why they killed James off of Good Times was because John Amos, the character who played, the guy who played James, he was in conflict with the writers because he was upset at what they were writing. He was upset that they were continuing, that they were making JJ more and more of a caricature and more buffoonish. And he didn't like the storylines that they were writing about him. As that's what I was just saying about him not being able to keep a job and take care of his family, and JJ becoming this buffoon. And he clashed with the writers, and to the point where he was like, well, I don't want to be on here no more. And you remember Florida left for a while too. If you remember, she left the show for a while for that same reason. She got into conflict with the writers, and she was a little jealous of JJ's character as well, because that actually, remember, it was her show. She was the spinoff from Maude. Florida was supposed to be the star of the show of Good Times because it was a spinoff from Maude. And JJ's character became more and more popular. And if you watch Good Times from the beginning, they made JJ more and more buffoonish. Kid Dynamite. They made him more and more buffoonish because why? That's what people wanted to see. They wanted to see it. And so John Amos was like, yeah, no, I don't want, that's not what I signed up for. Y'all sold me on a family show about a Black family struggling in the ghetto, but making it work in the ghetto. And that's not what we're doing here. And he didn't want to be a part of it anymore. And so he left the show. And yeah, that's why Florida left. Originally, that's why Florida left too. Same reason. She was in conflict with the writers, but I don't know how they ended up getting her to come back. They probably increased her paycheck. I mean, I'm not saying that to be funny, but I'm saying I don't know how they got her to come back. But that's why she left as well. Let me see here. Hold on. Let me read what y'all talking about, y'all. Yeah. Right, black. Right. I love what's happening too, but when you look back on it, and when you look back on it from the eye of stereotypes, I mean, I got the box set over there. I got season 1, 2, and 3 of Good Times over there. That's my favorite. I love that show. It's one of my favorite shows. But when you look at it from the lens of the stereotypes that are being perpetrated, when you look at it from that point of view. Hold on, y'all. The kids are talking. Because I'm about to get off of here in a few minutes. Let me catch up on the comments, and then I'm not going to make excuses for them because I've traveled all over the world and I educated myself beforehand. No, I understand that, YBS Mary. I understand what you're saying. And I hope I don't sound like I'm making excuses. I'm not necessarily making excuses so much as it just doesn't bother me the same. And maybe it should, but it doesn't. And maybe because I haven't heard what she said. So let me reserve my opinion until I know what she said. Let me fix that. Let me not say it doesn't bother me, because I can't say it doesn't bother me because I don't know what she said. So let me change that to when I find out what she said, then I'll tell you whether I'm bothered or not. Okay, have fun at the movie. Hope it's a date. I hated them saying the Cosbys were unrealistic. Okay. Exactly. My parents weren't Heathcliff or Claire, but I grew up in a 2-parent household. Both my parents had good jobs. I grew up middle class. I went to private school my whole life. We weren't rich by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm just saying. I was lucky enough that my grandmother was a charter member and graduate of Bethune. Abby, I need to talk to your grandmama. Good. I almost went to Bethune-Cookman just because of how much I love Mary McLeod Bethune. Like, I just wanted to go because it was her school. I loved her. I mean, I still love her, but I read a book a few months back that gave me some new information about Miss Mary McLeod Bethune. Wasn't very flattering. I still love her though, but it wasn't very flattering. Yeah, Dynamite. Every 5 minutes was Kid Dynamite. And if you just sit down, if you want to do a sociology project, just watch Good Times from the first episode all the way through in order, and you will see the progression of JJ's character, and you will see exactly how buffoonish JJ became. And they started bringing his character down a little bit more, maybe the last season and a half, where he actually got an advertising job and that kind of thing. But for a while there, oh my gosh, it was horrible. Yeah, Esther Rowe, that's her name. Yeah, the spinoff was supposed to be focused on her. Exactly. And if you go back to Maude, which I love Maude. If y'all never watched Maude, Maude's a great show too. Maude was hilarious. Because Maude is a perfect example of someone who thought she was so liberal and thought she was so down and she was so here for Black people, but she got caught up in her own stereotypes and her own prejudices as well and got called out on them. It's a really, really good show to show how no matter how quote unquote down you think you are, or how much you understand Black people, how you could get caught up in your own prejudices. But Florida's character on the show, the reason why she left Maude, if you watch Maude, the reason why Florida left, her husband was a firefighter who made good money and had gotten a raise, and he told her, you don't need to be a maid anymore. And she quit so she could be a full-time mom because he had gotten a raise and he was making enough money that they didn't have to work anymore. And Maude took place in the suburbs of New York. So not only did they change all of that, but then they sent her to Chicago. But anyway. But if y'all check Maude used to come on Logo. I don't know if it still does or not, but it used to come on Logo. You could put it in your DVR, and you could probably catch some episodes if you've never seen Maude. Jackie said when she was born on 227, they wanted her to be this mean, skanky woman who was chasing after Lester. She was like, that isn't her personality, and wasn't letting it go down. Yeah, and I think they did Yeah, she did talk about what they wanted her to do with that character. I remember hearing about that years ago. I don't remember all the specifics now. Yeah, the shucking and jiving, BB. My grandparents went to Kansas State, and she was one of the first Native Americans to pledge for Delta Sigma Theta. See, and that's the thing, but they will have us think that it was so unrealistic to see this black man and this black woman have a pedigree. Like, no, hello. Black colleges have been around since after the Civil War, and there have been thousands upon thousands upon thousands of graduates from those hundreds of schools. So when you do the math, hello, there are tens of thousands of Black Americans who have family members who have college degrees that go back over 100 years. Hello. My family just wasn't one of them. Well, forget it. Y'all know what I'm saying. Yeah, non-Blacks, exactly, Danielle, because see, JJ was unassuming and he was unthreatening, and he was just what they were comfortable with JJ the buffoon. They were comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, Esther had to insist that they gave her husband a job. Well, I added that part, Dark Chocolate. They originally wanted her to be a single mother. She was like, nah, my kid need a daddy. Well, she ended up being a single mother anyway. But yeah, exactly. I remember the lady who played the mama on What's Happening saying she didn't want to just be looked at as a mother. She wanted them to know her dating and possibly remarrying. Exactly. And then what did they end up doing with her character? Every time we saw the mama, what did we see? Sad jokes. Every time the mama was on the screen, her and Rerun, fat jokes. When Roger's dad first came around, what was he? A crook, stole the mom. Remember? Y'all remember when Raj first met his daddy? Y'all remember that first episode? What'd he do? Stole Roger's money. I told you I know that show. I love that show. Stole Roger's money. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about Sanford and Son. I mean, they were entrepreneurs, but what were they doing? Selling junk. Oh, I'm sorry, Abby. I mean, I'm sorry. Exactly, Danny. Yeah, I mean, I guess I had that Cosby Show life too, and neither one of my parents went to college. They just got they got good government jobs and made a good living. And both my parents had outside jobs too. My parents was hustlers. They kept 2 jobs, sometimes 3. Okay. Hey girl, hey, what's up, little brother? We didn't have our morning coffee today. Life wasn't letting us be great this morning. Right. Florida used to, didn't she? I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't never seen Maude, y'all go check out some episodes of Maude. First of all, because I love me some B. Arthur, okay? But y'all go check out Maude. Oh, yeah, and A Different World gave you, again, oh, y'all know what? Okay. HBCU. I'm about to get off here in about 10 minutes. But I'm going to get back to the HBCU thing in a second. Because something I was looking at Saturday, as I was trying to take my power nap, they had Al Sharpton was on the TV and it was background noise, but it was something he was saying. But I'm gonna come back to that. HBCU, y'all remind me. If I forget, remind me. HBCU. Let me finish catching up on the comments, then I'm gonna say what I gotta say about HBCU. Oh, Abby, yeah, you come from a family of beautiful, educated, trailblazing sisters. Exactly. Yes, exactly. I'm in awe. Girl, Soap was my show, Jacqueline. Now I love me some Soap too. Ally versus Privilege and Maude was my show with B. Arthur. Exactly. I like the way you put that. There you go. I love the Maude theme. I love the Maude theme song too. Did I know that was Donny Hathaway? I don't know if I knew that was Donny Hathaway. I don't know if I knew that. But I know now. And knowing is half the battle. Thank you. The propaganda, they don't never want to see us achieve such great heights. They know what the hell they did to us, and to see us rise in spite of something. Well, they can't. Oh, I like the way you wrote that. white popo. White people, white man popo. Right. Fat jokes when she was beating them. Yeah, exactly. Either it was some fat jokes or she was getting ready to beat them. And D, the smart aleck, little kid sister. Although I was D. Child, I was D. I'm telling my age. Yeah, I'm telling my age. I am. Grew up upper middle class. Both of my parents graduated, and my grandfather graduated from Florida A&M Tallahassee State and moved to Michigan. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, do the math, people. There are hundreds of HBCUs that have been around for 200 years. Hello? Well, not quite 200 years. That's 100. A long time. Hey, Sylvia, how you doing, boo? Sanford and Son was beyond stereotypical, honey. But let me tell you something. But what I love about Sanford and Son was that it was a comedy meant to be a comedy, and it wasn't trying to be anything else. Like, it wasn't trying to make any big political statements. It was hilarious. That damn Lenny and Poppy. Not Lenny and Poppy, Lord, Poppy and Smitty. Bubba, Grady. Like, Mabel King was so beautiful. I love me some Mabel King. Oh, you a Howard U grad? Okay. Yeah, I'm a Bennett College grad. I didn't go to Howard because I was from DC, and my mama said I couldn't go to Howard because she wanted me to go away to school. She was like, you can't go nowhere that close. Okay, singing the song. I know my parents love me. Let me tell y'all. Okay, Joyce Simmons. Let me tell you something. Can I tell you how much I love In the Heat of the Night, though? I love me some Heat of the Night. I think I have seen every episode 5,000 times, and I will watch it every time I catch it. I love that show. I love that show. Now, yes, there are definitely some stereotypes in that show, but I love that show. A lot of people were inspired by A Different World to go to HBCUs, and that's what I got to get back to. I'm going to get there in a second, though. You graduated from Coppins. Oh, so you in the area. Oh, wow. You're the first to graduate from high school. Look at that. See, so many people were inspired by A Different World, but we knew that, honey. Mary, YBS Mary, I didn't know you were in my neighborhood. Did I know that already? I didn't know you. If I did already, I apologize. I forgot, honey. Now, let me tell y'all something about that Aunt Esther. Lincoln University. Okay, with the HBCU roll call. Yeah, it was. It was an adaptation of Steptoe and Son. Yep, it sure was. You were D too. Yeah, honey, I was D. Okay, Southern. I thought Cheney was the first HBCU. I thought Cheney was first, y'all. Clear me up. Fix me up. Child, let me tell you how much I love me some Heat of the Night, because Heat of the Night still come on, and I will watch it. I don't put it in my DVR because, like, again, I've seen it all of them. But when I'm home, like, don't let it be a snow day, honey, because see, A Heat of the Night comes on at like 9 and 10 o'clock back to back on WGN out of Chicago. So on snow days, I'm up because I had to get up anyway, thinking I had to go to work. So I usually catch it on a good snow day, honey. Albany State. Okay, so you right down the street, girl. You right down in Baltimore, girl. El Teddy, are you still going live? Because I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to say what I'm going to say about these HBCUs, and I'm getting off of here. Okay, Lincoln was a missionary college. Because let me tell you something. I did not know that Cheney was considered the first HBCU until I was at my niece's graduation. She was graduating from Cheney. And I was like, it was? Child, I love me some Heat of the Night. See, you thought, yes. And then Matlock comes on. Matlock comes on after the Heat of the Night. At least it used to. If they didn't change the lineup, every couple of months they might change it up. But yes, honey, Heat of the Night, and then Matlock comes on after that. And I love me some Matlock too. I done seen all the Matlocks too. The Matlock is a show. See, this is what I wish I knew somebody in Hollywood, honey, because they need to reboot Matlock, but with his granddaughter. It would be so good. It would be so good. And then she would be just like him, like wore the same suits all the time, lived a real simple life, even though y'all know Matlock was a millionaire. Y'all know Matlock was a millionaire. Your show was Amen. Remember him jumping double dutch? And that was out of Philly. So I'm going to end with this, y'all, because I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to end with this. I was looking at Politics Nation on Saturday when I was trying to take my little power nap, and it was on in the background. Okay, Virgil with his in the closet self, honey, and drug addict self. And that's another show that if you watch Heat of the Night, you can see his drug addiction as the show went on. But anyway, don't get me started on that. So what Al Sharpton was saying was he talked about HBCUs, it being a spike in HBCUs, during the era of Cosby Show, A Different World, but then it had declined, the enrollment had declined. But he said that since Trump has been president, there has been another spike in HBCU enrollment. And he said it is attributed to the overt racism that has come out as a result of this president and people feeling comfortable in their racism, and how a lot of Black students have expressed the need to feel safe. And they feel safe going to a Black school versus going to a white school. And I thought that was so interesting, and I did not know that. And he quoted the statistics and stuff like that. There have been some studies that have been done on it, but HBCU enrollment is up since Trump has become president. And when students ask why they chose HBCUs over a predominantly white university, they cite situations like Charlottesville and other things that have gone on the last couple of years, saying they want to feel safe. Is that not interesting, y'all? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that there's a spike in HBCU enrollment, but I'm sad that that's the reason. Isn't that deep, y'all? That is so deep. I heard that on Saturday. Now, mind you, I was at a HBCU homecoming when I'm hearing this, and I'm thinking, dang. Yeah, well, funding is down. Funding is down. Absolutely, little baby. Absolutely. And my HBCU is in trouble, honey. We out the woods, but we still in the forest, okay? So if anybody want to donate, it's the end of the year. It's tax write-off time. If anybody need to write off and get a little write-off for the end of the year, Bennett College for Women in Greensboro, North Carolina is still taking donations. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Dungeon D. It's sad but true all at the same. I mean, it's sad but good all at the same time. That makes sense. I remember when I was first called a nigger at my PWI and how I felt. Ooh. Hey, Ariel Williams, how are you, boo? Art of creation? Absolutely. So what time? Okay, yeah, I'm getting off here in 3 minutes. At 1 minute and 20 minutes, we're getting out of here in 3 minutes. But yeah, y'all, I thought. So when we started talking about HBCUs, I thought about that, and I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so the other movie that I wanted to bring up before I get off of here, I saw the trailer for it today, and it's based on, I did not see Power. I saw about halfway through Power, and I turned it off to watch, what did I watch last night? I turned Power off so I could watch Married to Medicine so I could get that review up, because Power, it was just too much going on. So I have not seen all the Power, so don't say nothing, because I ain't seen all of it yet. But as soon as I click off of this, I'm getting ready to finish watching it and do my videos for Power. What Trump stunt? What are you talking about, Simone? What Trump stunt did Bennett do? What are you talking about? Oh, okay. I need to know what you're talking about before I get off of here, Simone, because you're talking about my school. I need to know what you're talking about, you. Okay. Yeah, Danny, I'm like, what you talking about, Simone? What stunt? I need to know what Trump stunt we pulled, honey. I need to know what you talking about, girl. Was it Benedict College that she talking about, or Bennett College? Because I don't know nothing about no Trump stunt at Bennett. It's Benedict that she talking about, Abby. A lot of people get Benedict and Bennett College mixed up. I want to catch the Watchmen. Nisanik. Am I saying it right? Nisanik. I heard that Regina King is doing what she does best, honey. But the movie that I'm talking about is Kerry Washington, and it's based on a play called American Son. And it drops on November the 1st as well on Netflix. And honey, I want to see that. Check out the trailer. I saw the trailer on YouTube earlier today. Type in American Son and check out that trailer. The trailer looks good. What are y'all talking about that my phone keep going off? Y'all. See, I ain't like Ebony. I got my volume turned off. Y'all can't hear it going off. Oh, well, Simone, girl, thank you. Because I was getting the American Son. Because Simone, I was about to be like, what they do with Trump? Baby, I was about to be like, hold up. I need to make some phone calls. Yes. Well, I'm glad. Well, first of all, thank you for donating to Bennett. I appreciate you, Simone. And I'm glad we got that cleared up. Woo, girl. I wasn't getting off here till I found out what you was talking about. Joy Simmons, child. He can make America great again. Him and Pence can resign. How about that? I saw he got booed last night. He was mad too because he was smiling when they started when they were saying, because they were saying lock him up, and he thought they were saying lock her up, and then when he realized they were saying lock him up, he got mad. Oh, did the baby get mad? Did the baby hurt his feelings? Child, I love me some Matlock. That would be a good reboot, wouldn't it? Of Matlock. Have his daughter, so you got the female thing working, but be just like him. Mm-hmm. Well, little baby, that's what I thought. And that's why I ain't really catch up. Because I heard the Watchmen is based on, I'm gonna probably have to get, I got some comic book folks I need to call and get the breakdown before I start. But I do want to watch it. One, because I love Regina King, anything. Although I didn't watch that series that she was on HBO. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't. But I knew she blew it out the water because I love Regina King. But yeah. All right, y'all. I'm over here 2 minutes longer than I said I was because I had to get that Bennett thing straight. I had to get that Bennett thing straight. But let me get up off of here, y'all, so I can get Power out. So I'm going to try to do Power tonight and Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and I might get a third one out tonight. But anyway, I don't know. Hold on. Let me read these text messages before I get off of here and see if El Teddy can ready to go live, y'all. So is El Teddy going live? Hold on, y'all. Because I'm going to send y'all over to El Teddy if he get ready to go live. Because he wants to do a really good conversation about female sports. So I want to send him. I'm going to tell y'all to be looking out for him if he get ready to go live. Now he ain't answering the phone. He been blowing my text up. He done sent me the voicemail. Well, I'll be damned. Well, if you're not subscribed to El Teddy 27, go ahead and subscribe to El Teddy 27. He might be going live in a few minutes. He sent me the voicemail, y'all. I don't know. But let me get off of here because I got to get ready to do some of my videos. And I'll be in his chat if he over there. Thank y'all for coming through. Y'all have a good evening. Peace.